Ferrell produces his first action movie. Now to decide if he's serious about it or if this is all just another joke. You're watching Beyond the Trailer's review of Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters.
My name is Gretel, and this is my brother Hansel.
How do you best kill a witch?
Cutting off her head tends to work.
Hate that one.
Hell yeah!
Good morning, sunshine.
That's right, Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters is the first action picture to come from Gary Sanchez Productions, the producing shingle from Will Ferrell and his longtime creative partner Adam McKay. Seems just like Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, Ferrell is another A-lister who realizes that he can extend his career options and his wealth by not just producing his own starring vehicles. And on paper, Hansel and Gretel seems like a smart bet. Fairy tales are super hot right now, a craze kicked off by Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, then followed by last year's 2 Snow White flicks, with not just Hansel and Gretel this year, but also Jack the Giant Slayer and The Great and Powerful Oz. But see, Alice had Johnny Depp, while the successful Snow White film featured Thor and Bella Swan. This year's crop of dark adult fairy tales are considerably lighter on the star power. Take Hansel and Gretel. Now, Paramount is sure that Jeremy Renner is going to be a movie star, but they just can't wait any longer for it to happen. They already delayed Hansel and Gretel by almost a year in the hopes of building on the Avengers and the Bourne Legacy. But while the Avengers is the third most successful film of all time, the Bourne Legacy is the second to least successful entry in its franchise. Then there's Gemma Arterton, who was supposed to hit the big time with Prince of Persia, only to see her sands of stardom slip through the cracks of the box office. And while Famke Janssen certainly has some degree of fanboy street cred, well, she's still waiting by the phone for the call to join X-Men Days of Future Past. Hasn't happened yet, while Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, and Ian McKellen are already in talks or confirmed. For what it's worth, I think Bryan Singer should call her, as her Jean Grey was one of the best elements in the X-Men franchise. But back to this movie. At San Diego Comic-Con last year, I interviewed costume illustrator Philip Boutet about his work on Man of Steel, as well as this film, and he said the costume department went all out on the witch designs. And the film is directed by Tommy Wirkola, the Norwegian filmmaker behind the cult hit zombie movie Dead Snow, which was a comedy. So maybe the joke about Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters is that it's actually good. Let's go find out. So is this movie good, bad, or so bad it's good?
I think the last one's pretty bad, but it's also pretty good.
Somewhere in the middle.
It's actually surprisingly good.
It's damn good.
Ooh, what was good about it?
It's a lot of action in it, and the brother and the sister is great.
Almost good. Like, they had moments. I mean, there were some really cheesy and really stupid things, but they knew that, so sometimes they played against it, which went well.
It advertised itself to be what it is, so just a fun, ridiculous fairy tale.
What made you want to see it today?
Just for the fact that it's a novelty.
Oh, yeah?
You know, it was like Hansel and Gretel. I don't even know what the real story is.
We're culinary school, and had to get out of the kitchen today, so.
Did you learn how to serve up some witches?
Absolutely.
Great CG, great 3D, horrible story from me.
It was kind of corny,
Okay.
but it was a lot of action.
Oh, how were the action sequences?
Oh yeah, great stunts and the flying around with the witches and stuff. It was pretty original, you know. So I kind of enjoyed that because you don't know what's coming next.
How's Jeremy Renner? Do you think this is a good career move for him to make a movie like this?
Yeah, it was good. It was a new ingredient for him.
It's always a good move for Jeremy Renner, always. Why not? He looked great. He was great. They were all good.
I think almost every good actor has one movie that he regrets.
This is all right to pay the rent once in a while, you know. You make a movie like this, but if you really want to be serious, leave these alone.
After the Bourne Legacy, I think this isn't entirely a good follow-up because, oh well. The Avengers 2 is coming out, so.
He's good. Yeah, he's good. Who has better aim, Hawkeye or Hansel?
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I was making a joke about that actually with my sister. I was like, he shouldn't be missing. He's Hawkeye.
That's right. What would you say to someone who is like on the fence?
Go watch the movie. It's fun, but don't get too excited for it.
You could DVD this movie, it'd be fine.
It reminded me of Van Helsing.
Ooh, okay. Mixed feelings on that too.
Right. It had good moments, it had good lines, it had some good action sequences, but overall, not the best movie.
We never saw Van Helsing again. Do you think we'll ever see Hansel and Gretel again?
I don't.
What do you give it on a 1 to 10?
A 5 or a 6, or probably a 5.
4. I'd probably give it like a 7.
I'd say a good 8.5.
I give it more than a 10.
A 10.
5.
5.
6.
So with audiences giving it a 6.5, it looks like Hansel and Gretel is a bit of a joke, but if you're in on it, you'll have a good time. I'm Grace Randolph reporting from AMC Empire 25, and I hope you'll go beyond the trailer for these other top movies.